Did you know if you drop a like and subscribe in the next 5 seconds, nothing will happen but it will put a giant smile on my face? Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 8 is officially here and in full effect, and with that said, despite everybody probably wanting to get used to all the new map changes so you know they can secure their skills or build them up, with all the changes made to earn that Victory Royale umbrella, one of the main things that everybody's ultimately focused on within this seasonal update itself before any others occur this season is how to level up fast and perhaps even get that level 100 skin as quickly as possible. In today's video, for that reason, we're not only going to be going over all the tips and tricks or methods I've found and put together in one short video for you today, so make sure you're sticking around and watching the full thing, on how to level up fast, whether it be from the best modes to play, the best things to do in a game to ensure you earn the most XP, or even glitches that perhaps we're yet to see. And despite this video being uploaded at the start of Season 8, literally on its like 3rd or 4th day, trust me, it's going to be relevant throughout the entire thing, so make sure you slap a like on it down below, as we don't know currently what the selectable styles are in Lightened forms past level 100. Typically we unlock these at like level 225, the max one anyways in a season. For instance, last time we got the silver, gold and then rainbow styles. We already have a good theory and hints toward what the colours of these 3 different styles for each skin will look like, and of course we're going to be revealing that and why it is later in the video, so you guys can weigh up whether you want to go to level 100 or 225 from following the tips today that ultimately unlocks everything. Speaking of the battle pass skins however, and considering we're so incredibly close to 2.2 million subscribers, so make sure to hit the big red button now. Believe it or not, despite 70% of you watching right now that aren't subscribed helping us reach this goal by clicking it, if you don't own the paid battle pass, this could perhaps benefit you, as I'm gifting 5 different subscribers this every single day. So of course, if you want to receive the battle pass or anything in the next video from the item shop, make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on, and then comment your Epic Games ID down below and include what you'd like to receive off me potentially. And yeah, just as easy as that, it could be you in the very next video or 48 hours from now in front of hundreds of thousands of eyes to see. But anyways, we've wasted enough time already, let's dive into all the methods on how to rank up fast or XP earning tips that you guys need to know, so make sure of course you don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
I'm sitting on my
Don't
back.
go anywhere.
Okay, so alongside the tips before we hop into them and the new XP earning systems of which have been newly implemented with the Chapter 2 Season 8 update in itself, with punch cards returning and all that stuff that we're going to be breaking down that have a ton of new features within them. One of the first things I want to mention is it's actually harder to rank up or level up this season or whatever you want to call it, as a lot of you guys will have probably already noticed. The reason for this being is because they've changed the amount of XP or update for each level, what it takes to actually level up, and we can actually see how much XP we are aware in the top right hand corner of our screen when we're actually viewing our quests and punch cards. In terms of how much XP individually you'll need to get to level 100 in itself, here are all the thresholds on screen right now. So level 1 is only a mere 40k, whilst level 2, 3 and 4 are 50k, and then 5 and 6 are 60k. For those that don't know, after this at level 7 it typically goes to a set number all the way to level 100, and that's what we're seeing again this season. That hasn't changed despite the amount of XP we need to get, which is now 80k per level between level 7 and 100. Typically not only was this XP amount between level 7 and 100 lower, like 60 or 70k, but even the thresholds between level 1 and 6 were lower too. With that said though, with us knowing the XP thresholds, with all the calculations made per level for what XP you need to get individually, from level 1 to 100 it will take 7,990,000 XP. So yeah, if you're literally just starting out now, level 1, not played a game, earned any form of XP, this is what you need to get in order to unlock the Carnage skin. With that said though, with the information given about the different amounts of XP we need to earn between level 1 and 6, this is actually very useful considering in the item shop, once buying the battle pass between level 1 and 100 I know of anyways, if we have a remaining 25 levels it gives us the option to buy these 25 levels for a discounted price. The reason it's good to know that these first 6 levels anyways require less XP than the 7 to 100 levels is because obviously then you can rank up normally to level 7, and any level after that between level 100 with a 25 level gap, if you have some extra money or V-Bucks on your account already anyways, or enough to just generally purchase this, you can do that after the fact of leveling up at least 6 times in this season. If you want to go even further and know the XP amounts anyways from level 1 up to the last enlightened style being unlocked, which is usually around level 225, this is roughly, I believe, 16 million, but here's the exact number on screen right now from calculations being made. And of course, considering Epic Games have been sticking to the dates of which they end a season and start the very next one, as we can see clearly displayed again in the bottom left of the Battle Pass tab or menu. If we calculate from the day this is uploaded being September 17th to December 5th, there's only 79 days in between this period of where you can actually earn not only up to the Carnage skin and all the styles within the Battle Pass for getting to like 225, which we're also going to be revealing what they may look like and the colours of them later in this video. And with all that declared now, with you guys knowing the roadmap ahead for getting up to level 225 or just 100 if you're satisfied with just the Battle Pass skins, in terms of diving into actually earning XP or what game mode you should be playing, it's no secret by now from going over to the library or discovery menu that there's a ton of things you can play right now that obviously will be different ways of earning XP or leveling your account up this season. Typically what I like to stick to, as you can see in the gameplay in the background, is Team Rumble, as not only will this allow you to get more eliminations within a game, meaning obviously more XP for the more amount of eliminations you get. I usually get around 20 to 30 in an individual game, but in a normal game of solos, duos, trios or squads, with skill-based matchmaking especially being a factor too, you either get sweated on and don't win, or if you do it takes like twice as long as a Team Rumble game, considering the new circle system now that was newly introduced in Chapter 2 Season 7, and then upon ending said normal game with that Victory Royale or solos, duos, trios or squads, I can almost guarantee you won't have the eliminations that you would have had in this respawn game mode. Of course there's other LTMs and things that you can play for fun to level you up to, such as Creative and even the Imposters LTM, which initially when it was first added literally was the best way of earning XP in the game. However, I don't know if it's been hotfixed now. But as we're on the topic of Team Rumble, or the best mode to actually do things in terms of getting XP for eliminations and obviously placement, as it's a 50-50 chance if you'll win or not, let's go over what you can do within those games to earn even more XP. So as you can see, from obviously playing every single day for at least a certain amount of time, it's going to benefit you largely, as we have the new punch card system now, which has been redesigned from the other seasons of Chapter 2. The first set of daily punch cards each reward you with 17,000 XP each, of which reset every 24 hours, hence why it's more beneficial to play every day. Get these challenges done at least and obviously work on then what's right next to this being the weekly punch cards, of which grant not only 65k XP per 3 that are on here each week, again that reset every 7 or 8 days, but that adds up to an extra total of XP per week of 195,000. From putting these two punch cards side by side, the weekly and daily, it may look more beneficial to grind toward just these weekly ones, considering it's 65,000 XP each, but what you have to remember is the daily punch cards add up to a total of 51,000 possible more XP that you can earn per day, and the challenges obviously being a lot easier as you have less time to complete them, and with them resetting every 24 hours if you were to do the 7 days of the week, 51,000 XP for each daily punch card being fully completed anyways, all 3 challenges, times 7 adds up to a total per week of 357,000 in comparison to the weekly punch card, of which is limited to 195,000 XP. Of course, if you're playing every day to get the daily punch cards done, this will allow the weekly punch cards to be not only completed easier in terms of steady progress, but quicker, and if you're able to pull this off from doing the punch cards every day, the daily ones anyways, to get that 51,000 XP out of the 7 days in a week, and complete each weekly punch card, that will total up to a total amount of 552,000 XP for that week for simply just doing these. Of course, this is despite the XP you'll normally get for just simply playing the game modes that you want to play anyways, which Team Rumble, it's a lot more relaxed in terms of completing punch cards, as you get additional lives to do so, whereas if you're playing solos, duos, trios or squads, once you're eliminated, once you're out of the game and back to the lobby, which I mean could have been spent the time in getting into another game in that exact same game from simply respawning. Of course, you guys will have already noticed that these aren't the last of the punch cards, and to be honest, the next ones I'm about to mention will actually make your experience just that little bit more fresh and fun playing throughout Chapter 2 Season 8, as they've introduced these brand new character punch cards, of which are done from visiting certain NPCs around the map and then completing quests that they actually assign us with. As of right now, if we go over to our collections, of course we can clearly see that all the fish are on here to collect again, that's reset at the start of the season from obviously fishing. But from going over to the characters, as of right now anyways, before the first update v18.10 going live, there's only 17 characters of which we can discover, and as you can see on the quest and punch cards, as you can see we're too short, but there's a total of 15 characters here currently. From completing each of these punch cards and obviously spicing up the particular game you're in to do different quests every time from talking to different characters, each character has a total amount of XP to be earned of 80,000 for completing the 12,000 XP quest, the 14,000, 16,000, 18,000 and 20,000 one. In terms of where these first NPCs are located, you may be watching this later throughout Season 8, but at the time of me recording this video, here they all are on screen right now. So yeah, from pausing the video and getting a good look at where these are all located, you can obviously allocate which one you want to target in terms of completing quests from. Of course, on top of these punch cards and built-in quests or challenges that obviously will renew as more characters come out with their set punch cards, and as the days or weeks reset in terms of the punch cards allocated to those, we're definitely going to be getting a lot of LTM based or limited time challenges with XP to earn in them individually, like not only the birthday event that's going to be starting very soon, as a lot of the rewards for this have been decrypted already, as well as the 4th Fortnite birthday battle bus, but Fortnite Mares is also going to be going on over the Halloween Queen period and starting like a little bit before as it usually does. Now that we've covered all the XP earning methods or what you can combine together to make everything obviously that much more efficient or easier or less time consuming, let's go over perhaps the most interesting part of the video, which are the yet to be revealed selectable styles, the enlightened forms anyways, as we got last season, silver, gold and rainbow I believe for all of the battle pass skins depending on what stage of leveling up we were. As of right now we haven't had these leaked from the files as no update has happened yet after the season update itself for Chapter 2 Season 8, but we do have a good idea based off the colours of the cubes, of which this season is literally called Cubed as the title. And let's just say, considering there's 3, just like we get 3 different selectable styles for the enlightened stages like silver, gold and again rainbow last season, these colours of the cubes or the cube types that we didn't currently know existed prior to this season, we only knew of Kevin the Cube being purple, are the standard purple, blue and obviously gold, which as a cool fact, if you didn't know, is actually the Queen Cube, and I'm guessing the power of this will be reflected through the secret skin when we can unlock her, as again stated in this leaked list of information before Chapter 2 Season 8, of which everything has come true so far. Kevin the Cube will return at the end of Season 7 controlled by a Queen-like character, and yeah, this looks like a Kevin-based Queen character in silhouette form anyways, of which has been revealed to look like this in a very subliminal looking form. With all of that mentioned though, are you guys going to be grinding up to level like 225 to get not only the purple, the blue, but the gold Carnage skin? I definitely know I am, but what you guys can do right now as a favour to yourself is slap a like in the video down below to save it in the like playlist so you can keep referring back to all the methods and every piece of information I've mentioned in this video. On top of that, make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on so as soon as more XP earning methods release or anything in the world of Fortnite, you'll get updated instantly. And speaking of other videos, make sure to click or interact with anything on screen right now. But most importantly, hopefully I can catch you, yes you the individual still watching for whatever reason I can see you, but hopefully in the very next video I do post on the channel.